Spooky day. I was 8 when my grandmother gave me the doll. It wasn't anything special, no eerie glass eyes, no stitched on grin, just a simple cloth doll with a faded pink fabric, soft to the touch. It had button eyes and a small embroidered mouth, stitched into a slight smile. She handed it to me on my birthday, running a wrinkled hand over its dress. "This was my mother's," she said, "and now it's yours." I turned it over in my hands. It didn't feel very old. There were no signs of wear, no loose threads or moth-bitten fabric. It was just there, like it had been waiting. My mother, standing beside me, frowned. "Mom, you never told me about this." My grandmother blinked at the doll, her face suddenly uncertain. "Well," she murmured, "I don't remember when I got it. Hardly even know where it came from, really." She chuckled a little, lighthearted but forced. "It's funny, isn't it? Things like this, sometimes, they just appear." My mother didn't laugh. But I was 8. I didn't think about it too hard. I just thanked my grandmother and took it home. The family dog, Cooper, noticed it immediately. The moment I set the doll down on my bed, Cooper started barking. I turned to see him in the doorway, his ears pinned back, body low to the ground, and snarling. "Cooper, stop," I said, confused. He didn't. His growl deepened, eyes fixed on the doll, like it was a stranger in the house. I picked it up again, and Cooper whined, stepping back. His nails clicked against the hardwood as he left the room entirely. That was the first time I felt uneasy. Because Cooper was a good dog, friendly, protective. He liked everyone and everything except the doll. For a while, nothing happened. I kept the doll in my room, tucked between my other stuffed animals. Sometimes I played with it, sometimes I forgot it was there. It was just a doll. But Cooper never forgot. He wouldn't come into my room anymore. If I carried the doll into the living room, he'd leave. He didn't just avoid it, he feared it. And then came the night I realized he wasn't wrong. My parents were out for dinner, leaving me home with Lisa, our usual babysitter. She'd been watching me for years. An older girl from down the street. Someone I trusted. It was getting late. We were on the couch, watching a movie. Then we heard it, barking, from the other room. Cooper was going wild, growling and clawing at the door to the guest room down the hall. Lisa frowned. "What's wrong with him?" "I don't know," I said, already feeling uneasy. "He's been acting weird ever since." Then we heard a thump. A dull, soft sound, like something falling onto the carpet. It was from inside the guest room. Lisa and I looked at each other. Slowly, I got up. She followed close behind as we stepped into the hallway. Cooper's barking growing frantic now. His body was tense, his muscles coiled like he was ready to fight. Lisa hesitated, then reached for the doorknob. "Wait," I whispered. My voice felt too small, too thin. Lisa turned the handle. The door creaked open, and inside, the doll was sitting in the middle of the room. Not on the shelf where I had left it, not in my room at all, just sitting there, perfectly upright, facing the door, like it had been waiting. I felt something icy crawl up my spine. My breath went shallow. Lisa swallowed hard, Did you? No, I whispered. I didn't. Cooper barked, loud and desperate, snapping at the air. And then the closet door slammed shut. Lisa screamed. Cooper lunged forward, barking and growling, his fur bristling. I didn't move. I couldn't move. Lisa grabbed my arm. We're calling your parents. We ran into the kitchen, where the phone was. I could still hear Cooper barking, his claws scraping against the floor. The moment Lisa got my mom on the line, she burst out, "You need to come home now." I don't remember what my mother said back. I just remember Lisa hanging up and pulling me into the living room, away from the hallway, away from the doll. Neither of us slept until my parents got home. Lisa refused to babysit me again. She never explained why, and she didn't have to. The doll was given away after that. My mother didn't question it. She didn't ask me why. She had heard the fear in Lisa's voice over the phone. She had seen the way Cooper refused to go near my room that night. So the next morning, she packed up the doll and donated it. No argument, no hesitation. And after that, nothing. No strange sounds, no barking in the night. Cooper started coming into my room again, and everything was fine. Years passed, and I hadn't thought about the doll in a long time. Not until last week. I was at the grocery store when I saw her, Lisa. It'd been years, but she recognized me instantly. We chatted for a minute, just polite small talk. How's life? How's work? Then, right as we were about to part ways, she hesitated. She bit her lip and finally said, "You know, I still think about that night sometimes." I didn't have to ask which night. She didn't smile, didn't laugh. She just shook her head and said, "But I try not to." Then she left. And I stood there, gripping my grocery cart, my hands suddenly cold. Because after all these years, she was still trying to forget. And I was still trying to convince myself it was just a doll.